What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. Today we have the full listing for the green cards for set 6 minus the super rares, and holy crap, Bandai and the creators of Dragon Ball really want us to like this new canon Broly because they have made him super OP. Let's go ahead and see what the legendary Super Saiyan is capable of. So first up we have our new leader. It is Paragus this time around, and he is Saiyan and Frieza's army because, let's be real, we need more leaders that allow you to play Cold Bloodlust. When this card attacks, if you have any green cards in your battle area, draw one card. Activate main says choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. You can't add cards from your life to your hand for the duration of the turn. And then when he awakens, when you're at 4 less life, you can draw a card and choose one of your energy, switch it to active mode, and flip him over. Awakened, he is Paragus, the father of the demon. His permanent says you can't add cards from your life to your hand during your turn. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. When this card attacks, draw one card. And his activate battle says once per turn, choose one card from your hand and place it in the drop area. Choose up to one Broly BR card in your battle area. It gets plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So that's not terrible. It doesn't let you self-harm, which, once you're awakened, doesn't really matter as much unless you're really fishing for cards, but it really doesn't hinder your deck at all, I don't think. And then, actually, now that I think about it, this would not allow you to activate either of the one-drop Broly's abilities on your turn. So if it was KO'd, it would have to be during your opponent's turn to be able to trigger his ability to get out the 4-drop. And it wouldn't even allow you to play the 1-drop at all during your turn, since you have to take 2 cards from life. He can power up a Broly card once a turn, so he's not bad. The biggest takeaway is that he's another Frieza's army leader, and we're going to see Lemon Lime Broly, Lemon Lime Broccoli here, beating people's faces in. Then we have Cheetah and Limo, which is not only Frieza's army, but a Shenron leader. Oh boy, because that's a combination that we need, and we already saw that once with the Frieza Shenron leader, who I think has ridiculous potential, but is overlooked because he's not the Black Shenron, which can awaken on like turn 1 or 2. Its permanent says you can't add cards from your life to your hand during your turn, except with this card skill. So really trying to prevent yourself from self-awakening there. Once per turn, choose up to one Dragon Ball card from your deck or life, add it to your hand. Shuffle any areas you look through. When there's 7 or more Dragon Balls, choose up to one Broly BR card from your drop area, add it to your hand, and flip this card over. Then we have Cheetah and Limo, the kind-hearted. Kind-hearted and Frieza's army are two different things that do not go together. You still can't add cards from your life to your hand during your turn, and once per turn you can choose one. You can draw a card, choose a green or black desired card with energy cost less than or equal to your current energy, and activate its activate main skill, or remove 7 Dragon Ball cards in your drop area from the game. If you do, choose up to 2 green Frieza's army cards with an energy cost of 2 or less from your deck and play them, then shuffle your deck and flip this card over. I mean, okay. So it has to be 2 or less energy, and that's it. You just get to play 2 free cards. I mean, maybe if there are green Frieza's army cards that you can play for 2 energy that are going to come in and potentially get to swing a little hard. We'll have to go through the list and find out. So first up we have Super Saiyan Son Goku, exploding with energy. I love the art on this card. It's only a common, but it's going to look amazing as a foil, I think. Activate main says once per turn, choose one green Vegeta BR card in your battle area with an energy cost of 1. The chosen card in this card get plus 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. So it gives you 2 potentially medium-sized attackers. So not too bad considering it's a 1 cost. Now these are green Vegeta and Goku BRs, so they're not going to be usable with the new Gogeta leader that specifies red Vegeta and Goku BRs. So we'll have to see where these green ones are going to fit in. And then we have Super Saiyan Vegeta exploding with energy. Amazing art on that. Going to look fantastic as a foil as well. I definitely want a set of 1 each, if not a play set. When you play this card, choose all of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 1 and KO them. Ooh boy. So a lot of Storm hate. For anyone dumb enough to leave a Bardock on the board. Not likely, but, you know, if it happens. KO's a lot of 1-drops, so, you know, stuff like a lot of the utility stuff that we've been seeing, such as Borgos or the Whis, the energy punishers. You know, a lot of things like that. So I think this Vegeta is going to be really good. It'll be a solid, really solid side deck card for androids or cell players. You know, either way, just any green deck. So I'm definitely going to be having these in my side deck for sure. But overall, I like it. I think it's a really good card. So if you play this card, blow up your opponent's stuff, and then you've got the Goku, and then you've got two 15k cards. I mean, it's not bad for 2 energy. It's not bad at all. Then we've got Godstrike Beerus. He's a 3 cost 15,000. And when you combo with this card, choose up to one of the keyword skills on one of your opponent's battle cards and negate it for the duration of the turn. So it's kind of weird and gross at the same time. The weird part is you're negating a keyword skill for the duration of the turn. The gross part is he costs 2 to combo for 10,000. Actually disgusting, but can this card be good? Is this card worth playing for 2 energy? I mean, you can negate a keyword skill, but he is 2 energy, which at the same time you could also just play the new green counter that we're getting as well. So then we've got God Grace Whis. He's our super combo. When you combo with this card, if your leader is green and you get 4 or less life, draw 1 card. Still not great. I still think the sparking super combos are much better. This one is a god though, so you can search him with some other cards like Gowasu, stuff like that. So he's got a little bit of utility. But then we've got Energy Barrage Frieza. He's a 4 cost 20,000 power with double strike and barrier. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with barrier, ignoring barrier, and KO it. So he can only kill cards with barrier. Interesting. And if you notice, he's Frieza BR, so he can't be played with some of the Frieza support, but he is still Frieza Clan, Frieza Army, so I think that's the more important part. I don't know if him being Frieza BR is really going to matter as much, but a nice card to get around barrier stuff. And he himself has barrier, so pretty ironic there. Then we have Broly Power Unleashed. He's the 6 cost we've been waiting to see. He's got 25,000 power. He's got double strike. And during battles where this card is attacking, your opponent can't activate counter skills with energy costs of 2 or more. So that's funny. So you can't Mafuba. You can't Enrage Gohan Awakening. That's, yeah, I like it. I see what they're doing there. Now you could still peel off him to get rid of that double strike, but I think that's it's really about all you're doing there besides basic attack negation. Once per turn, choose 1 card from your hand, place it in the drop area, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So you can just KO anything by discarding a card. That's not bad at all. When this card is removed from a battle area by a skill or KO'd, you may choose 2 cards from your hand, place them in the drop area. If you do, choose up to 1 green Broly BR card with an energy cost of 8 from your hand and play it. Oh, that's disgusting. What is this 8 cost Broly gonna do? I'm actually concerned because it's so easy to get him out. And just discard 2 cards. That's not really a big deal when you're blowing shit up and bringing out what is probably going to be the biggest thing on the board for that entire game. I feel like the green counterplay is going to be the best thing to stop Broly, because Broly just says when he's removed from the battle area, but with that preemptive strike, I believe is what it's called, it doesn't enter the battle area at all, so that ability is not going to trigger. So I think that's going to be the best way to stop all this Broly madness. Then we've got Breaker of Origins. He's a 4 cost 15,000. Choose 1 card from your hand, place it in the drop area, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. The energy cost 3 or less and KO it. When this card is removed from a battle area by a skill or KO'd, if your leader card is a green Frieza's Army, you may choose 2 cards from your hand, place them in your drop area. If you do, choose up to 1 green Broly BR with an energy cost of 6 from your hand and play it. Then we've got the bottom of the chain, Broly Unrealized Ambition, 1 cost 10,000. When you play this card from your hand, if your leader card is a green Frieza's Army, choose 2 cards from your life and add it to your hand. When this card is removed from a battle area by a skill or KO'd, and if your leader card is green Frieza's Army, choose 1 or 2 cards from your life, add them to your hand, then choose up to 1 Broly BR with an energy cost of 4 from your hand and play it. So what's interesting about this card, what I just realized, is when you play it from your hand, you have to take 2 life. So, but he's Frieza's Army, so you can freeze a call to get him out. Which I think is something very important to pay attention to, so you don't, you know, kill yourself playing Broly cards. And his other auto, choose 1 or 2 cards from your life and add to your hand. So that's also not optional. So this deck not only is going to play Broly's super early, but it's going to awaken super early too. But that can be a downside and potentially kill yourself. One thing I do see that could completely neutralize this deck would be Clan of Terror Mecha Frieza. Just because you could look at your opponent's hand, you could go, oh, I'm going to take this and play it. It's played from the hand. And forcing your opponent to take 2 cards from their life, which could potentially kill them. So, nice little anti-Broly strategy there. Then we have Paragus, Deadly Premonition, and I believe that's King Vegeta there he's talking to. This is a 1-cost 4,000 power. When you play this card from your hand, look it up to the top 5 cards from your deck and choose up to 1 Broly BR among them and add it to your hand. So he's going to be your other 1-cost to search out your stuff, and then the other 1-cost Broly is going to be how you get everything started. This Paragus might not be necessary, or might not be as necessary, depending on how fast you can draw the 1-drop Broly. But considering they're both Frieza's Army, you can get them out with Frieza's Call pretty easily. So either way, I think you've got a lot of utility options with this deck. Then we've got cards I did not care to see. Hello, Ryan. We have Quick Shift Anguilla. I hate this fucker. It's a 4-cost, 20,000 power. When you combo with this card, if your leader card is green, you may choose 2 cards from your hand and shuffle them into your deck. If you do, you draw 2 cards. So, you combo him, get 10,000 power, and then you basically get to draw 2 new cards in place of 2 shitty cards you did not want in your hand. It's not super great. I hate this card because I hate the 3-drop from set 4, but I hate the character in general. But it's a good card for Slug's Army, and for whatever reason, we have more support for Slug's Army in this set. We've got Wings, the Morale Booster. He's a 1-cost 5,000 with Barrier, and he says you can only have up to 1 in play in your battle area. Reduce the energy cost of Slug's Army cards in your hand by 1. Ew, ew, ew. Luckily, you can only have 1 in the battle area. They were smart enough to do that, but reducing those cards, I know that I'm going to have to play against Slug all over again because of this crap. So thank you, Bandai, for that. And then we have Ziwen the Loyal. He's a 2-cost 5,000 blocker, but he'd be a 1-cost if you had that other one out. If you have a Lord Slug card in your battle area or leader area, you can play this card from your hand without paying its energy cost. Which, okay, so reducing its energy doesn't matter, because it's a free blocker for Lord Slug. That's what I needed. That's what I needed to see. Why? Why give us support for that in this set? I don't understand it. Is Lord Slug going to be in the Broly video? Is this going to be some weird, like, fanfiction? I'm not sure. Then we got Ties That Bind Ba. I still have no idea what the hell this thing is supposed to be. It's a 1-cost 5,000 power. Place this card in its owner's drop area. Choose up to 1 Broly BR with an energy cost of 1 in your drop area and play it. So doing so would not trigger Broly's first ability, where you have to take 2 life. So that's one way to get around the self-harm effect, so you don't have to worry about killing yourself and taking too much damage. Then we've got Golia, the new breed. I have no idea what this is supposed to be either. He's a 1-cost 1,000 spider-looking fuck. When you combo with this card during your turn, choose up to 1 of your Broly BR cards. He gets plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So you just combo with it and give a Broly 5,000 power plus the 5,000 this has. So it's a free 10,000 power for Broly BR. That's not bad, I guess, but I don't know. Deck space might be kind of limited due to all the Frieza's Army support. Then we have Speedy Entrance Cheetah. She's a 2-cost, 5,000 power with blocker. You can only have up to 1 in play in your battle area. And when your opponent's battle card is KO'd, activate this skill. If your leader card is green, you may play this card from your hand. Okay, so you basically play her for free when a battle card is KO'd. Whether by battle or card effect. But you can only have 1 of her out, so it's going to give you another... It's going to give you a free blocker, more or less. So it's not bad. But you could play her with any green leader, and the first one that comes to mind, honestly, for me, is Cell. Because you just, Cell's ability just blow shit up, and then, oh, I get a free blocker here. Not that Cell really needs a free blocker, because he can play, 18, and play Krillin as well, but it's another option. It's another option if you didn't want to go that route. Then we have Speedy Partner Limo. He's a 2-cost, 15,000 power. When you play this card, if there is a Cheetah BR card in play in your battle area, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand and places it in the drop area. So, more discard hand destruction effects. And when you combine this with the, what are they called? They're not special rares, the premium rare? Whatever that new rarity is, that Cheetah that we get when a battle card is KO'd, your opponent discards a card. Combine that with this, and you'll have them discarding cards left and right. It's gonna be really gross. Gives me some really control-y green ideas that make me sick to my stomach, honestly. Then we have Beets. He's a 1-cost, 10,000 power Saiyan. That's it. Who the fuck is he? He looks fucking dumb. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this card. Then we have a Kind Wish. It's a 4-cost green card with Desire. So it's our new Wish card. If your leader card is a green Frieza's army, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring Barrier. Place them at the bottom of their owner's deck in any order. And if there are no battle cards in play in your battle area, choose up to 1 Broly BR with energy cost of 4 from your deck and play it. Okay, that's just not right. That's just not right. Especially because you could just play it for free with the leader when it's awakened. So you just don't play anything. You just make sure your board is free of shit. You play Kind Wish. You wipe your opponent's board, ignoring Barrier. And then you go ham. That's, oh my god, this card is disgusting because of the amount of card advantage that can generate you. For 0 energy. I don't like this card. I don't like this card at all. Like, not just because it gets around Barrier. That's not really my problem. My problem is the fact that there's no, like, it has no restrictions on it except that you have to have a green Frieza's army leader. But you use it with the Wish leader, and you can play it for free, and it punishes your opponent for having board control, which is not too bad, but considering you can play it for free with the Shenron leader, it rewards the opponent from playing poorly. Like, if you are playing and you are losing because your opponent has outplayed you, and they have a lot more cards than you do, or you have no cards at all because they've KO'd all your battle cards, whether with skills or by attacking them, with 1 card that effectively costs you nothing, you can completely reset the board state. And I don't agree with that. And if you notice, it does not say if it's a green Frieza's army Wish Shenron leader. So you can play it with Paragus. You can play it with the Frieza's army Cheetah Shenron leader. So you can play it for 4 energy if you're playing it with Paragus, but I don't know. I don't particularly like this card. Let me know what you guys think about that card, because I just don't care for it. Then we have Broly Control Mechanism. It's a new field card. Place this card in its owner's drop area. Choose 1 Broly BR in your battle area. Place it in its owner's drop area. Draw a card. So it lets you, free KO. Well, you're not really KOing, but it lets you put your Broly in your drop area if your opponent's not doing it for you, and then you can just, trigger its effects on your own instead of having to wait for your opponent to do it. Then we have Tragic Awakening. It's a 3-cost. Activate main, Sparking 7. If your leader card is a green Frieza's Army card, choose one of your energy and place it in your drop area. Then choose up to one Broly BR card with the energy cost of 6 or less from your drop area and play it. What the hell, man? So you get to play the 6 drop for 3 energy. And you choose one of your energy and place it in the drop area. So you play the card, you tap your 3, card activates, you send one of the energy that you tapped to the drop area. And then you get out the 6 drop. Ooh boy. Yep. They really wanted to make this new Canon Broly OP, and they did just that, and they did it well. Then lastly, we have Wrathful Charge. It's our counterattack. If your leader card is green, negate the attack, then you may choose one of your battle cards to place in the drop area. If you do, your opponent chooses one card from their hand to place it in the drop area, which is the perfect negate for the Broly deck, because you get to negate an attack, and you get to put a Broly in the drop area, which is going to replace itself, and then your opponent's going to discard a card. So Broly BR is going to be insane. I know some people are upset because they can't play older Broly support with it, but it is 2 completely different characters, so it makes sense. And let's be honest, this Broly support is infinitely better than any of the previous Broly support we've gotten in the game so far. So that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. I know this one's a little bit longer than usual, but we had a little more input on some of these cards, and I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that we had different viable options for the cards in this set, along with voicing my opinions on some of the cards that really we just shouldn't have, like that Wish card. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below about what we've seen so far for Series 6, what you think of these green cards. Honestly, the cards I'm looking forward to the most are that green Vegeta. If I'm being for real with you guys, it's the 1-drop Vegeta, because it is going to be so playable. It's going to have so much utility, and it's a 1-cost green card, so I can put it in androids, or I could even put it in my Vegito deck. But if you guys are hyped for this set, if you're hyped for all the new Broly support, make sure you hit that like button down below for us. You know, we appreciate the support, and we appreciate all of our subscribers as well. We are so close to hitting 1,400, and we still got 10 days to be able to hit 1,400 before the end of the year. So really hoping we can hit that milestone going into 2019. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get the frig out of here now, and we'll see you guys in the next video.